Anyway, we'll do a warm-up game. So who should I use as my uki? Someone appropriately sized. You can be my uki. Mr. Brown Bear over there. You can be my uki. Anyone who makes eye contact with me suddenly becomes like the first eye contact. Because okay, so we'll play a game as a warm-up game. And I use this with all my guys, and I call it foot catcher. So you're back on the ground. You can either sit down, or you'll have your back on the ground. Attacker, defender. My job is to catch the foot and hold it for as long as I can. Now you can hold it with two hands. You can show off with one hand, cross grip, or you can loop it in. Do this, but we're just holding, okay? And you're not doing a submission. And his job is obviously to escape, so he's going to pummel, that sort of thing, and I have to keep catching and holding and see if he can. He doesn't have to remain on his back. He can sit upright. He can do S shape, so he hides his legs. So I have to find a way to extract and get the legs. There. Good. Maybe looking good in front of camera. So I'm holding, and then he's got to try and escape. So that's a nice warm-up. And then when I say switch, the defender becomes the attacker, and the attacker becomes the defender. Okay? Yes. So you've got to catch an ankle, catch a foot, hold it for as long as you can while the person tries to escape. And switch. So exchange positions. Bottom person, you're trying your best to hide the feet. Top person, you're trying your best to catch the feet. The only rule is you're not allowed to stand up, defenders, okay? Because otherwise that's the obvious way to hide your feet. So I thought I'd run through, most of you are more than familiar with this straight ankle lock. All the techniques will lead to straight ankle lock. This is just a nice opening game. It teaches you both, helps you train both defense and attack, which is quite nice. But I just use it as a warm-up game. I'm going to run through quickly my introduction to footlocks if you're new to footlocks, but as I say, I'm sure you're familiar, but I want to go through my methods. And I sort of gamify it. But anyway, I'll borrow Graham for this one. Okay, so if we're both in neutral position, and he presents his leg to me, that one. You go attacker, defender, all right? So we know that most leg locks, foot locks, rely on control of their hip and control of their ankle. You pretty much leave the knee alone. Control one end and control the other end, all right? So we're gonna play a game where we're just working on our grip here. We're just working on this. I'm not using my legs. I'm not gonna attach to the hip. And there's no win scenario for me. I just have to hold on. And he has to find a way to extract his legs or escape or get to the ground. So find a way to extract a leg. And simply pulling out, I'm going to hold on for as long as I can. Maybe he wiggles out. I'm thinking, okay, we'll do that again. I'm going to find another way to grip. Let's try a rear naked choke grip. So he's going to try grip fighting as well. That's good. Doing all the right things. All right, then I'm going to work on the other leg. Let's find another grip. Let's cross grip. Let's try this. Go. Okay, so just so you get used to holding on and experimenting with little grips, we're going to explore a bit more about the various grip patterns in the next segment. But for now, just do a couple of minutes of that, then we'll work on another game where we work on the hip, leg entanglement part, and then we're going to pull it all together. All right, 1, 2, 3, let's go. So if you, over here. Now we're going to work on the leg entanglement, right? Now, if you sit down. Most of you will know the very bog standard leg lock position, which a lot of people say Ashigarami to sound very posh. We just say single leg X, which is this. If you don't know this one, leg is in between two legs, leg here. Squeeze the knees together, pop the outside heel on top of his hip, squeeze your knees together. There's some debate about what you do with this leg, but I just like to tuck it under here. Some people like to tuck it over here. But generally, I like to tuck it under here. And that's all we're doing. All right, and he has to get his leg out. Okay, so he escapes. Think, okay, that wasn't so good. Let's try another version of a leg entanglement. This version, over here, like this. And just very slowly extract your leg. not bad at all. And go through as many as you know. If you don't know any, here's a very good basic one. Squeeze the knees together, pop both ankles on the hip. I'm not touching the ankle, and we're just trying to keep it leg entanglement for as long as we can. Well, that was a better one. Okay? So play that game. See how long you can hold your chosen leg entanglement. If you know different ones, try different ones. If you don't know, make it up. But the point is we're trying to trap the hip area with our legs. That's all you need to know. 1, 2, 3, let's go. Let's put it all together. You made eye contact, so. If you're neurodiverse, then this is great because you're not going to make eye contact with me ever, right? Right. Okay, so we have our chosen leg entanglement. And I'll perhaps talk a little bit more about this. But if you want to keep it simple, double feet on hips is a nice one. It's very powerful. But you could go for traditional single leg X. It's also pretty good. And you're going for your chosen hand grip. So I'm going to keep it simple. I'm just going for the chicken wing. I'm going for leg entanglement. And I'm just going to hold it for as long as I can. He's got to find a way to escape, but without being too spazzy. Just methodically break it apart. Now, the game here, to make it more interesting, is that I can put it back. I don't just let him go, okay, you're winning one by one. No, I can put it back. Or I can change. I can keep switching as long as I have trapped his leg somehow. So I'm winning by continuously zoning in on the leg. So as he takes it apart, I change the grip. Etc. So he's got to deal with that. Once he successfully deals with that, he's got to deal with this. He's got to deal with this. Then go out, put it back again. So you're constantly zoning in on hips, ankle, hips, ankle, hips, ankle. He's going to constantly ungrip, pummel, whatever, but he's got two things to worry about now. And that's where the difficulty lies for the defender and the fun lies for the attack. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Let's go. Cool, everyone okay? Hands up whose ankles are already a bit sore. Shouldn't be, we haven't done submissions yet. And now we're going to do submissions, so it should be fun. I need someone with slim, easily breakable ankles to make me look good. You, young man. Oh, you're taller than I thought, damn. Okay, never mind, we'll work with what we got. Okay, quick run through of braking mechanics. So we've established that I've trapped the ankle and I've trapped the hip line with the games that we've been playing, and you can finesse that and fine tune it. Millions of videos on YouTube as to all the different permutations. Maybe I'll have time to run through my favorite ones. In fact, I will, but not for this segment. For this segment, we're just looking at braking mechanics. First of all, let's look at the grip. This is the default. I'm holding your ankle grip. All right, this is like you're not going to get away too easily as long as I do this. We can finesse this by improving how we hold on to get the break. First of all, I want to make sure that his instep is down. So I'm moving my shoulder down so his toes point away. And when he puts the boot on, that makes it harder to go for the pain break, right? So it's very hard. So we want to make sure that we can do our best to ensure that's flat. And by the same token, by reaching further backward, that brings the fulcrum, which is my wrist bone, higher up or lower down. It's actually lower down, isn't it? That's higher, that's lower, yeah. Anyway, you can tell I thought about this very carefully. I've taught this 1,000 times and I still get it wrong. All right, so by putting my shoulder back, I'm reaching this fulcrum back here. Now my preferred grip is what we call the high elbow guillotine, here like this. Okay, page 59 of our book. Right. Or is it 62? We keep changing the page numbers, right? And by lifting up like you're doing a guillotine choke, that brings the fulcrum into the Achilles tendon and lifts my target arm, the primary arm here, higher. And by using this together, we have pain. Good tap, well timed. Oh, it didn't feel like with any feeling. You have some more feeling, more actively. Okay. Right. Okay. So we combine that with a leg entanglement. But for now, we're just looking at the braking mechanics. But bear in mind, you're not just doing this. You're doing this with your favorite leg entanglement. All right. But I'm just doing it for clarity, so you can see. So that's my preferred version. When I teach this in class, I realize probably about 50% of the class like this version, the high elbow guillotine. And the other 50% going, can't do it. And you do weird permutations of gripping their arm like this. I'm just going, okay, all right, let's find another way. Old school, the figure 4. Very, very simple. It's like a Kimura grip here. This is the power one. Okay, there's no finesse. You're just going like that. And my bone crunches against the end of his calf muscle there, all right? So you'll find that you'll either like the finesse version or the crunchy version. or you'll find something in between. And variations in between, just for you to play with. I'm giving you a list here, but by all means, find your own version. The gi grip, very handy, very handy. You have a free hand, because you can do old school if you want to, or you can do the high elbow, or more importantly, you can stop him trying to ungrip you. So I'm trying to pull this arm off like that. So this is very useful, all right? Plus also this has a bit of looseness, so you can turn and start twisting into it. Other grips, cross grip, you can do that. The rear naked choke grip. There's even a version where I saw someone put their fist, just like the KO Terra footlock, on their hip, crunching there, and with a very, very effective leg entanglement, they could just get the tap like this. Oops, sorry. I thought that was your leg coming off. Oh my God. I'm so sorry. That's apologies. It's still intact.
Yes, yeah.
Never invited back again. Okay. Right. So, where is it? I lost track because I really thought your foot was coming off. Yes. So we're going to practice our braking mechanics. You're going to combine it with your favorite leg entanglement. Let's call it ashigami. And rather than just leaving your arm limply like this, okay, really try and engage with it as high as you can. Bring his foot up. That's just the first part. The second part is I want to make it so that his leg is harder to escape. And I generally do that by leaning on my shoulder. So my whole upper body weight is on his leg. So just even if I wasn't putting on, just try and extract your leg. Yeah. There's difficulty there. You see my body's dragging down. That's what. And then we can combine grip, high elbow, old school. I'll give you those three. How about that? Work both legs and then swap around. Otherwise you'll have very sore ankles waiting for me to say switch. Okay? All right, 1, 2, 3, let's go. So, we're going to take the very first warm-up game and all the drills subsequently, pull it all together and gamify our experience, all right? So I brought Donald for this one because he made eye contact. He didn't actually, he was purposely looking away. So, attacker, defender. Same rules as before, he has to hide his legs, and if I get his legs, he has to extract his legs. Only now, there's the danger of me going for the submission. All right, we're going to simulate it in slow time because I don't want his foot to fall off. Actually, I don't want this to fall off. So we're playing around. If I can catch leg, remember I thought before I had to hold it for 3-4 seconds, but this time I'm going to hold it and then trying to work for my leg entanglement. Because I've got the trap now, I've worked leg entanglement. Next stage is to finish. In the meantime, he's got to try and defend and escape throughout. Okay, but now I'm going to try Donald's method. Here we go, same side grip. Going for that, he's going to defend. If I lose it, I carry on, not letting go of this. Carry on, and so it carries on. And then when I say switch, the other person becomes attacker defender. So now, look, see some people, like the higher grades, going, yes, I get to break legs. Okay, be nice, all right, be nice. 1, 2, 3, let's go. Nice. Attackers keep attacking. Wait till I say switch. Defenders keep defending. Don't let them have your foot too easily from the start, guys. The only rule is you're not allowed to stand up. Defenders. Switch!